all the waves behind us.
Hey guys, I'm at the Carnival Legend. I think I told you guys that I had taken a cruise last year as well. That cruise went so well that this is my second cruise after lengthening surgery. Everything is going really well. I can't wish for any better vacation. So the video I wanted to make was about how do people pay for leg lengthening surgery. So here are the details based on the data that I have collected. If limb lengthening surgery is done to fix deformities, it is covered normally by medical insurance. But the rest of the cases like mine, where surgery is done to improve the appearance, it is not covered by medical insurance. So you would pay for it in the same way that you would pay for any non-essential goods or services. So main way to pay for surgeries like these are by saving up or borrowing from friends or family or financing through a bank or credit union or a medical finance company. So here are the different ways that I compile. First one is credit cards. Some credit cards offer introductory prices, introductory rates between 12 to 14 months, introductory period during which you owe no interest to them. So you typically need a good credit to borrow or qualify for those kind of credit cards. If you're planning to pay for your surgery using credit cards, please make sure that your doctor will accept credit card payments. This is because credit card processing fee can cut into their profits, which is why some doctors may not accept it. So you may want to confirm it. Second one is getting the right job. So example of high paying jobs are financial advisors in finance field, medical professions like nurses, and then IT developers, programmers, system admins, and IT security officers. One clarification here I would want to make is by high paying job, I mean a job which can pay you enough that you can start saving, or a job which offers high deductible health plan. For example, health savings account that comes with the high deductible health plan, which is also called HSA. The health savings account allows you to put pre-tax money aside for health related expenses. Health savings accounts are like personal savings account, but the money in them is used to pay for healthcare expenses. One benefit of HSA is that the money deposited into the account is not taxed. All of my physical therapy, X-rays, and medical appointments not covered by Dr. Yasiag's original quote were paid out of my HSA account. That's how I paid them. HSA account normally give you a credit card, so you can pay for all of these medical services just as if you were using credit card. So that's one way, a job where you can get an HSA, or a job where you can get a decent 401k plan. By decent 401k plan, I mean the employer who also contributes to employee accounts. And the reason I'm talking about 401k is because if you have a 401k, you can apply for a retirement loan. The retirement loan allows you to borrow money for yourself against your 401k. And unlike a withdrawal from your 401k, you don't have to pay taxes or on penalties on the loan. So for example, today if you have a 401k, some money saved into your 401k, and you have to take money out of that 401k and you're not of a retirement age, then you would pay a penalty on your 401k. But if you take a loan against your 401k, then you would not pay that penalty because you're just giving your 401k up as a collateral for that loan that you're taking out. Third way to borrow money is crypto investment. Although I do not recommend this route, especially if you do not have play money, money that you can afford to lose. I am including this here because I have seen folks who got rich from Bitcoin, Ethereum, Dogecoin, and used it to improve their lifestyle. So if any of these options either work for you or you know what you're doing with these crypto investments, then go for it. I don't know much about ups and downs of these crypto investments, so I normally stay away from those. But just the FYI, this is one way that I have seen people cash out, and then they have used that money for their health expenses. Fourth one is the business route. So eventually you can be your own boss, start a business, start a startup, and hopefully if you're successful, you can afford the surgery. I have mostly seen at tech startup founders who do the cosmetic work, most famously Elon Musk. I don't know if you know that, but he got his hair done. If you look at his PayPal days, and after he got the SpaceX done, it was very day and night difference in his hair. Okay, the fifth one is obviously the family support. Essentially, you can ask your family for a loan like a bank, and you can repay them in small investments. And heck, you could even agree on a small, reasonable interest. And I think that would go a long way. Your family members will reap the benefit of getting interest payments from you, and you will get the benefit of not having to go to the traditional bank. The only catch in this case is that you're going to have to come clean about the limb lengthening, and you're going to have to tell them about the limb lengthening and explain to them what this procedure entails. So if you're okay with that, then I recommend that you go this route. And the sixth one is the home equity line of credit, also known as HELOC. Home equity line of credit, or HELOC, is a second mortgage that gives you access to cash based on the value of your home. You can draw from a home equity line of credit just like a credit card and repay all or some of it on monthly basis. So for example, let's crunch some numbers. So if your home is worth $500,000, $500,000, and the mortgage left to pay on your home is $300,000, then the HELOC that you can get is up to $125,000. And I got to this number because 85% of $500,000 is $425,000, and then the amount left to pay on your house is $300,000. So $425,000 minus $300,000 is equal to $125,000, and that is something you can borrow. You can also go for home equity loan instead of home equity line of credit. The HELOC behaves like a revolving line of credit, like credit card. You pay the credit card off and you can reuse it. Whereas home equity loan is like a traditional loan. If you get a home equity loan, you get that loan payment up front, lump sum, and then you have to pay it back. And I'm not a big fan of home equity loan. I like HELOC because HELOC, if I apply for $100,000 home equity line of credit, I don't have to withdraw $100,000. So these were all the major ways I've seen patients finance their surgeries. All right, so looking at a couple of questions. Carlos from Chicago writes, did you finance the surgery? And can you explain the process of how to get a personal loan for the surgery? Yep, thanks for asking, Carlos. Yes, I did get a loan, but the loan I got was HELOC, or home equity line of credit. So for me, the process was simple. I asked Dr. Asiag for a quote. I added extra items to that quote, and that way I knew exactly how much money I need. And then I applied for home equity line of credit, and I got the money, and I paid Dr. Asiag. Another question is, what would be the fastest way for a guy in mid-20s to make and save money for stride nail? Okay, so unfortunately, the hard truth is that just saving money will never work unless your pay is crazy high. The problem is that high-paying jobs are never that high-paying that you can save that much money. One realistic way to look at is have a realistic time goal. For example, give yourself 5 years, 10 years. Like, give this time frame to yourself that this is the time frame that within this time frame, you will get your surgery done. Doesn't have to be this year, doesn't have to be next year. Give yourself realistic time frame, 5 years or 10 years, and use that time to save money. Get a job which offers 401k, HSA, start saving, and then if none of these things work, you can go to the route of talking to your family members and asking for money. And again, you're not asking for charity. You're asking them to give you money, and you're going to repay them with a little bit of interest. Pay them 1.5% interest or 2% interest, whatever works for you. That way they will feel like they're getting something out of it. So hopefully these answers gave you some information. And everything else for me is going so far really good. Carnival Legend, this is my second crew on this ship, especially after the leg lengthening. Legs are doing great. If you look at proportions are really good. So all right, guys, hope you're having a great day, and until the next video, I'll see you guys later. Bye.